Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really um, powerful and poignant story from queer literary history.
Yeah.
We're looking at Sam D'Alessandro, a voice that was, well, intensely intimate, but also powerfully transgressive. He left just such an undeniable mark, even though his life was tragically short.
Absolutely. And we're not just, listing facts here. We're really trying to uncover how his influence, it endures, how it keeps shaping queer literature, and also how new digital tools are making sure his legacy isn't just preserved in amber, but actively celebrated.
Okay, so let's trace that journey a bit. Sam D'Alessandro, born Richard Anderson. He really found his artistic voice after graduating from UC Santa Cruz, in 1980?
That's right, yeah.
And then he moved to San Francisco. And this move, it wasn't just the change of address, was it? It sounds like it was the place, the crucible for his art. The city was just buzzing with his new literary energy.
Exactly. And San Francisco, it wasn't just, some passive backdrop. It was actively home to the new narrative movement, which had started bubbling up in the late 70s.
Ah, the new narrative, founded by Robert Gluck and Bruce Boone. And this collective, they were really challenging the old ways, the traditional literary forms. They did it by blending the self-awareness of postmodern theory.
Where the text kind of knows it's a text?
Sort of, yeah. Where narratives question themselves. They blended that with just raw, honest autobiography. Their main things included, metatext writing that comments on itself using poetic ways of writing in prose, and just building work from personal stuff. Gluck famously called it gossip as legitimate art.
Gossip as legitimate art. I love that. It sounds so provocative. And he clearly found his tribe there, didn't he? Collaborating with writers like Dennis Cooper, Kathy Acker.
Right, and Dodie Bellamy, most notably.
Yeah.
That collaboration led to their epistolary work, a novel told just through letters real.
Yeah.
The letters of Mina Harker and Sam D'Alessandro.
Wow, a novel in letters. Yeah, and it was provocative, but also, really necessary. If you think about the bigger picture, the movement's focus on these fragmented personal stories, it became this crucial, even radical tool for documenting a community's history, their experience, especially in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
With AIDS hitting, it was a way to fight back against how gay lives were being ignored, or worse, demonized systemically.
So, okay, if the movement itself was radical, how did D'Alessandro specifically kind of carve out his own defiance within that? Because he had that explicit mission, didn't he? I want to write about the body, about desire, about the way we live and die and love.
Really,
direct.
It's incredibly direct. And that commitment, it was a profound act of defiance against, the very sensorial mood of the time. His stories, loads of them set right there in San Francisco, they became vital documentation of gay life just as the AIDS epidemic was starting.
Right.
And often without explicitly naming the disease, his work just captured that surprise and pain of loss that was everywhere in the community. It gives the writing this haunting quality, making it an invaluable record of that whole emotional landscape.
And his work was quite varied, too. From lyrics and slippery sins to the stories in the zombie pit, and then the bigger collection, The Wild Creatures, that Kevin Killian edited.
Yeah, a real range.
It's fascinating how critics saw it differently over time, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Those early reviews of the zombie pit, pretty dismissive. Some called it, more potential than actual achievement.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you fast forward, look at the commentary on The Wild Creatures. People are calling his writing focused, vivid, even saying it's so powerful it drags the reader in by the neck.
Wow, what a shift.
It's a huge shift. And it wasn't just a reevaluation, I think. It shows how the queer literary canon itself was expanding and how people started to more fully grasp the sheer impact of the AIDS epidemic.
Which brings us to the tragedy, really. His life is just inseparable from that crisis, dying at only 31 in 1988 from AIDS complications. Such a profound loss for queer culture, for the arts. It left those gaping holes where departed friends and colleagues ought to be, as someone put it.
Exactly. And that's precisely why his work, that raw honesty about the body, about desire, it feels like such a crucial act of memory now. It's a defiant testament to the lives, the loves that AIDS tried to erase. And in this digital age, projects like the Queer Triptych's new Sam D'Alessandro page and the Sam D'Alessandro virtual reading room, these are really vital acts of cultural conservation. They fundamentally change how we can engage with this history.
Tell us a bit more about that virtual reading room. It's being built out now.
Yeah, it's in progress. It's got sections for his works, the Zombie Pit, The Wild Creatures, Real plus further reading, reviews and critiques, and this kind of other miscellany section. They even have an interactive infographic and a Google map showing places tied to his life.
That sounds amazing.
And what's cool is This project, it directly carries on the founding ideas of the new narrative movement itself, right? Communal storytelling, preservation, documenting history, making this digital space so accessible, it really fights against historical erasure. It makes sure that Alessandro's authentic story, the urgency in his writing stays alive and tangible for new generations.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening today? Sam D'Alessandro's legacy, it's clearly a testament to a visionary literary voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And such a vital chronicler of queer history and that incredibly difficult early AIDS period.
Definitely. And those new queer triptych pages, they're not just some static memorial online. Think of them as a dynamic extension of his legacy. They're inviting you really to engage with his art, to appreciate the sheer bravery and frankly the brilliance of his short but incredibly profound career.
His unfinished story, it really does remind us of the enduring power of just authentic expression. And it makes you wonder too, doesn't it? What other vital voices, maybe overlooked ones, are out there waiting to be rediscovered, waiting for that digital preservation so their pulse can keep beating within us.
Thanks for listening. For more Queer Trip podcasts, visit the Queer Triptych at www.queertriptych.weebly.com. Have a great day and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.